Hey guys, it's your boy M.K.S back at you with part 3 of this video, this list. Hope everyone's well. If you've checked out part 1 and 2, hope you enjoyed it and enjoyed my quirky ways of thinking. I lost my chain of thought, so I was going to say something. I was thinking, like, obviously, when I was growing up, there was something, I'm sure many people have heard of this, but I used to go to tuition. Unfortunately, it didn't really work very well. I didn't really enjoy it very much either, to be honest. But anywho, tuition traditionally is like, normally you learn things like maths, science, possibly English and things like that. And I was wondering nowadays, with technology being so big, I was wondering if there would be some people teaching technology as tuition. And traditionally, a lot of Asians are said to be good at technology. So unfortunately, I'm only half Asian, but I'm not very good at technology or some of the other things that stereotypically Asians are good at. But anyway, I was thinking that I wonder if in the future tuition technology will be a part of tuition. Being not that great at technology myself, I don't know how much maths or science. I think people do say there's quite a lot of maths and science involved, so I'm not sure if that's true or not. Apparently, I think it's Hindi, one of the Indian languages anyway, that's apparently very good for technology. The way you learn that language apparently is really good technology. I heard somewhere from a YouTube video actually, but I don't know if that's true. But so anyone who's good at technology, I'd love to hear from them, like how much science or maths do you actually need? Because one of my cousins, he's quite good at tech, but he was saying that I was asking him, do you have to be good at maths? Like many people say you have to be good at maths or science or things like that. And he said, he showed me some stuff while he was working on it. He said, did you see me use any maths? He said, unless you work in a bank, you don't really need that much maths. But apparently, when I see some of the things from IIT, Indian Institute of Technology, it's like a lot of it's involved in maths. So anyway, I was thinking, like, what if Asians mentored, I know I've mentioned this before, but mentored and taught people in Africa, and also just generally hashtag mentor for African tech is something I'd love to create, which encourages people who are good at tech to go to Africa, whatever their background is, especially people from the diaspora and people and Asians and people of color and people who are anti-white supremacy or whatever. Could be a way to support people from Africa, or people who are just friends of Africa and support Africa and all that, or anti-imperialists or whatever other group. It could be like charities and N.G.O.s which could encourage such. So I hope to promote that to you. Anyway, getting onto the list. As ever, I often say I don't want the video to be too long, so but I would love to hear your comments about what you think about these ideas, and I'll post some more goals, like 30 areas where I think would be good to empower people, especially from Asia and also from Africa, in the comments below. But anyway, number 21, I hope to remember as many of my ideas as possible, and I've oftentimes in the past, I used to want to run my own business. I always had these quirky ideas. Unfortunately, generally speaking, I didn't put them into action, and I was very naive about a lot of things about how to make a business. I'm not saying I'm not particularly naive in today, but especially back then I was. So unfortunately, I didn't do much with it. But I hope to remember those ideas and use them to benefit people in Africa and Asia, and sort of give them those ideas. Like, I'm not looking to make any profit much myself anyway, but unless I need the amount to live on. But obviously I need a certain amount of money to live on, but as long as I have shelter, enough to eat and drink, the rest of the money I'll give to people in Africa and Asia and support entrepreneurship in those nations. 22, on that note, in the future, I hope I will remember those ideas and talk to people in Asia and Africa and see if they can actually put those ideas into practice in the future and hopefully make money off them, or we can plan together. As I say, I'd love to visit as many parts of Africa and Asia as possible, as well as indigenous Australasian and Native American groups all across the Americas as well, and Australasia, Maoris, Aborigines, and people like that, and license those ideas and then help them to network with each other as well, so they support each other. But for now, as I say, mainly hope to support Asia. I also hope for those from the diaspora. With my patterns, I could have used this in point 21, but I forgot. But also people from the diaspora could support Asia as well, like, or people of color as well. 23, again, I hope to look at how to get more people to, like banks and businesses, investors, to invest in Asia. And I'm hoping, like, again, maybe I'm being naive, but through making like videos like this and helping Asia to trend Asian entrepreneurship and things like that, then hopefully more people will invest in Asia. Uh, and also, I dream to support Asian YouTubers, as I probably mentioned, I'm sure briefly touched on. Like, as much I like to view their channels. If you are an Asian YouTuber, as I say, please post, or any projects that you do, please post in the comments below, and I'll try and give them some support if I can. Support as many Asian projects as possible, as I say, including giving the videos likes. And unfortunately, my channel is too small to subscribe to YouTubers, apparently, because I didn't realize there was a limit to how many YouTubers you could subscribe to. Sorry, because I've tried to subscribe to all possible YouTubers of color, or disabled YouTubers, or YouTubers from disadvantaged backgrounds and so forth. Or especially if I find someone who I think is a really nice, genuine person, I'd love to subscribe to them. But because my channel's quite small, I've been limited to how many I can subscribe to. So, anywho, 24, please share my videos with as many people as you can across Asia. And I also dream to create Pan-Asian networks, as I said before, and like in entrepreneurship, where they support each other and buy from each other and trade together. And Asian nations like host events and invite each other and talk about their goals and how they can help each other. And again, invite people from the diaspora and encourage, listen to the views of anti-imperialism, anti-imperialists and so forth. And like China, for instance, could host events, invite other Asian nations to talk about what goals they have to tackle poverty or support people in their own country, and then how other countries can help them, and in turn they could help other Asian nations and things like that. So they host events and support each other's businesses and talk about how they can trade with each other and things like that. And Asians around the world, people from the diaspora, how you pronounce it, to also support Asian products, goods, items and services and so forth. I think that goes to it before. I think there was something I was going to say, but I couldn't quite remember. But again, yeah, so like each other's YouTube, like, so Asians around the world to subscribe to and generally support each other's YouTube channels and things like that. So, speaking too fast probably. So yeah, giving each other's likes and things like that. 25, again, sorry for any repeats, but I do hope to, I am trying to think of new things to say, but I do, politically, I generally support republics, so I definitely hope to support republics more, as much as I can. 26, again, I think that supporting Asia is a anti-imperial sort of thing, and I'd love to hear which Asian nations have been colonized and how they can work together to make up for that sort of thing, and encourage anti-imperialists to buy from Asia and generally support Asia. I also dream to support Asian projects such as tourism and things like that. 27, I hope there'll be a list of the top 30 investors in Asia, and also charities and N.G.O.s which have supported people across Asia and things like that, especially like from funding businesses to providing stationery or equipment for people across Asia in poorer areas, and like really help people from slums and orphanages, maybe to invest so they can buy better houses in the future, or build better houses, and those people who are poor can be funded to support such things. So in the future, maybe I'll make YouTube videos that help people to get better housing conditions, safer housing, more space and things like that, for poor backgrounds, especially like Dalits from India and places like that. But all over Asia, as I say. Excuse me. 28, on that note, I dream to support, as I said before, about supporting people from Iraq and Vietnam who have recently been invaded, and how I dream to support their enterprises, and like set up businesses, buildings that help Asian enterprises and things like that, in Vietnam and Iraq and places like that, and again support the tourism and all sorts of things like that, making up for the fact that they were invaded and all the bad things they've gone through. They're trying to make up for that. Number 29, yeah, I dream to encourage people who are a mixed race like me, and as well from the diaspora generally, to visit parts of Asia, and like if there could be like mixed race or Asian YouTubers from the diaspora, as I say, going to parts of Asia like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, Singapore, and all possible parts of Asia. Like my dream is to go to every possible part of Asia, and again support dyslexics, people with ADHD, autism, people from slums, orphanages, and so forth. And like if there could be YouTuber events where we meet each other and things like that, and also support YouTubers from Asia itself. And number 30, again in the comment section, I hope to list possibly 30 areas where Asia could be empowered. So thanks for checking out my video. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Please give any thumbs up, likes, share the video and all that sort of stuff. And please don't hold back your feedback as ever. Peace and love.